Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know you can't see me. Bob is on his way. He will be here in just a moment. But I thought we could go ahead and turn this on and get started. Good morning. How are you? This is Coffee with Bob, Saturday morning. Bob has some updates for you. And also, he's going to take your questions. Oh, Chance is going to come be in the, the camera. Good morning. Hi, Michael. How are you? Happy Saturday. We're getting ready. Just give Bob just a minute. Good morning, George. Good morning, Joe. Jones, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Get your questions ready. Mr. World Famous, good morning. Hi, RS. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Jose, good morning. Good, good. If you're just arriving, this is Coffee with Bob. Bob's going to be here in just a moment, but I thought I would just go ahead and turn you on so you can get ready to go. Hi, Bruno. Good morning. Hi, Dane. Good morning in Allentown. You know that I'm from Pennsylvania? I grew up there. Hi, Pino. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Bob, Saturday morning. Hi, Jeff. Good morning. Good morning. Everyone's coming. Good morning. Good morning. They're all on the edge of their seat. Hi, Jim Clover. Hi, Cindy. Oh, aloha. I don't know how to say that. Kulei. Good morning. Is that how you say it, honey? Kulei in Hawaii. William Mathis. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hi, Walt. Walt is excited. Let's go. Woohoo.
Oh, you got me on.
And there he is.
Hello. Is this on direct?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's see who's on there. George, Bruno, Dane. Hi, Meredith. How are you? Jim. Legacy Rideshare. Hi, William. Let's see. Okay, well, give us just a minute here and we'll get started. Just a second.
Prince is here. Good morning. James Jones in Louisville.
Yeah. Okay. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to cover. Tony was going to be on, so I don't know what. Oh, he says he's on now. So.
Oh well, we on YouTube. We got off the Zoom because he wasn't there.
Yeah, can we get on?
We have to turn off and turn back on.
Both of these, or just the one?
We have to disconnect the stream and then start all over.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Oh, I see what's going on. He's on the road and he has a bad signal.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me tell him it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And then we'll get started.
We got lots of meetings with Tony this week. So
yeah.
You'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, you'll be seeing him a lot this week. There's a lot going on. So anyway, I just want to just go through a couple of things where we're at on tech side. All of the referral code links will be in the back office live by Monday. They went into testing today. So those will go live on Monday. Some of the other things that are already live where you can identify your customer, if they're a marketer or driver marketer or restaurant marketer, all those things are now posted in the back office and you'll see them if you go in there. We're just trying to help you with your communications tools. Another thing they're working on, I don't think it's live yet, is the back office when they sign up and if they leave and come back. Is that when will that be live?
That it went live yesterday, but I have not tested
it yet. So one of the issues that we get a lot of calls on, if a marketer or rep signs up somebody and they'll send support an email, and then they'll either accuse us of stealing their customer or some crazy nutty thing that we did something wrong. Not just, you have to understand 99% of the issues are user error. Okay. Trust me, this system we have is bulletproof. We might have a few glitches here and there that pop up, but nothing major. But on this account is if somebody signs up and they walk away during the sign up process, you say, oh, I can't see that person in my back office, and you did something. We didn't do anything. If they walk away, they didn't complete the sign up, so it'll never show up in the back office. It does also cause other problems in the system itself.
But what was happening, because Evelyn showed this on Monday.
Yeah.
And then some people were saying they still couldn't see it. That's how we discovered some people could see it.
Yeah.
It was we don't know why.
Yeah.
But basically we're making it so everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, if in the future, which means today, hopefully it's working that way, if somebody leaves the sign up process, you'll be able to see it in your back office. So that way you don't need to go support. You just need to follow back up with that person. Say, hey, I see that you started the sign up, but you never completed it.
And you will only see the information they put in.
Yes.
So if they only put in their phone number and they didn't put in their name, then it's up to you to text them or call them and,
The other thing I want to talk about are a number of other things. One is on communications with the company. I'm very liberal with communications. I'll talk to almost anybody that needs help. And if you don't think so, just half of you guys have direct contact me right here with me. And I hear from a lot of you almost every other day or so. I don't mind it. But some people need to moderate it. Okay. So you need to learn how to communicate properly. If it's something, I don't need to be on your customer service roll call. I have plenty to do with my own job. So please use support. We have support. They get back to you quickly. If they can't find the problem, we'll figure it out. But the fact is they are back there. They are helping. And I get people that a lot of times they'll embellish, say, oh, this person didn't help me. But the reality they did. So just keep that in mind. Everybody needs to work together as a team. Everybody here has a job to fill. Everybody. So, and if you take George Graham, he hit it out of the park. And we have another, I'm not going to say anything until it's closed. We have another individual that's going to hit it out of the park, just like George also. So, and speaking of that, restaurant managers is in or should be in testing as of today. If they're not, it'll be by Monday. We gave them our app last week. They're integrating that into all 4 platforms they have, which consist of 20,000 restaurants. So hopefully, we do a great job in the markets we have with them, and they'll start rolling out other markets with us and more restaurants. It's very important that we do a good job. So one of the things that happened this week is in Nashville. Okay, I've asked for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks for people to focus on Nashville, get us up 100%, put another 100, 150 restaurants on. Nobody's done that. We had an order come in the other day. We couldn't even find a driver to deliver the order. So those things, cannot happen if we're building a business, and you're the recipients of part of the build. So you have a vested interest to do it. But what we're doing in the next 10 days, I'm going to send a team of people down there, a leadership team, and we're going to get that market open. I'm going to spend 4 or 5 weeks in there getting, huge amount of drivers going up. I want to get probably 1,000 drivers up in that market, get 300 restaurants. There's no reason we couldn't have 300 restaurants in that market, but it takes focus, and everybody keeps saying, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. When people say they're going to do it, go do it. Because when I see it and it's not done, then it's a credibility issue with me. So those are the things that you need to be aware of. And I'm not saying it on a negative thing. I'm saying it from a positive. We need to pick up our game if we're going to win in the game of playing against the big guys. It's pretty simple. The other thing is I get from a lot of you all the time, hey, let's go do this market. Let's go to Puerto Rico. We might as well just go to Mars then, right? Because we have about 6 markets plus all of the Canadian market we need to get open. That's my focus. Until we get those markets open, I'm not doing anything else. If anything you know about me, I'm really laser focused about stuff. So our whole product right now is going towards these 6 markets in Canada. When we get those up and then we get up Canada, then we can look at doing other stuff. But the reality is we have hundreds of markets in the United States, hundreds. that we can open, but we need to focus on these markets right now because they're the most critical markets that we have, right? So just keep that in mind. So I know exactly where we are, so you don't need to send me a text message or email and say, hey, we should open Puerto Rico tomorrow or this one next week. We're not opening anything but what's on our plate right now. If anything, if you want to learn how to be successful, stay focused. I gave you a book to read. It's all in there. You look at the great success companies, they're all about being focused 100% on their game. And that doesn't mean you don't adjust the game, but you've got to have a plan, and we definitely have a plan. Canada should be up by late next week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. We should be able to start enrolling people in Canada. You have to understand our system is enterprise. It's not some fly-by-night, go stick some code in and open up Canada. It's a lot more than that. So when we take on Canada, we have to do currency. We have to do banking. We have to do all kinds of things to take money there. The currency exchange rates. We have to set up a new bank for card processing. All of that matters. And then we have to program it all in our system. So we've only been going to do Canada for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. We're way down the road. So we should be up later like I said, next week. Right now, if you go onto mytripdelivers.com site, there's a translator on that site into Spanish and French Canadian. All right. And English, obviously. We will also have that same product available on Trip Delivers. That'll probably be up in the next week or 10 days. But that's how we're going to run these companies. So we have maximum flexibility. If we go to a country that speaks a different language, obviously, we'll be able to integrate that into the system. So we'll have language, but you can go check it out. We installed French Canadian yesterday. It's not French, it's French Canadian, there is a difference in Canada. Let's see. That's about all the updated news. We're working on, Tony's working on a number of presentations to help things go smoother and how to sell, how to sign up a restaurant, how to do this. We've been having training classes, but he's going to really refine that down. Same way with onboarding drivers. We need to onboard drivers in Nashville like crazy. So if you guys have some questions, I'd be happy to take them and answer them for you.
What market are you focusing on?
What market are we focusing on?
Yeah.
Okay. Atlanta, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, in Orlando, and Nashville. Those are the U.S. markets we're focused on right now. Once we get those up and running and they're doing the right stuff, then we can start opening markets anywhere in the country, anytime we want. But we have to get it right with these markets, and we have to do it now. It's not about sitting around and waiting. And by the way, the question you just asked, I think that's published, isn't it? On
What?
Facebook?
What?
The markets we're going into.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'll get.
Nashville's open.
Yeah, I know.
Nashville should be the easiest one because they can sign up, they can get their tablet, they can get online in a matter of a week.
Yeah, I mean, it's no hassle to get them up at all. We have over 100 menus on the tripdelivers.com site. And they're also, you got to know that tripdelivers.com is a marketplace. So all of the restaurants that sign up with us, they can, a consumer can come to that website, which we'll be promoting once we get more traction in Nashville. You can't promote when you don't have drivers and you're just throwing money out the window. So once we get that up and running, once we send the leadership team down there, we'll be able to do a lot more stuff. But that site's fully functional. If you haven't been on it, you should go on it. And you can put in Nashville. It automatically will pull up Nashville, or you can put in, what's the other? Franklin. Or you put in Franklin, you can see the restaurants that are signed up.
Yeah, tripdelivers.com.
Yeah, tripdelivers.com.
We added a search bar this week.
Yeah, there's a search bar on there, so you can search for the kind of food restaurants you want. You can search for anything. Even when you're inside the restaurant, you can also search for other products they may not show, or products they sell. You can just find them a lot easier. So that's
some of you talking about integrating us with the marketplace. We have a marketplace on tripdelivers.com.
Yeah, we have a very robust marketplace. It's got all the bells and whistles everybody else has got, if not more. So we need to keep a focus on what we have and how to build this out. And that's about customer acquisition, restaurant acquisitions, all those things. And if you can see what's going to happen to George Graham with what he brought to the table, and he and I exchanged text messages probably a couple, 2-3 times a week. With Darius, the same thing. I'm always online with him, and a handful of others. Hold on just a second. Atlanta is huge market. I'm doing my focus in Gwinnett. Yeah, I saw that.
How many drivers are in South Florida?
How many drivers are in South Florida? I have to look it up. We have in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, over 20,000 people have signed up with us. It's up to you guys to go to your back office if you recruited some of these people and get back there and pull them out and go after them. That's the whole purpose of having that list in your back office of people that you referred or somebody else referred to you. So,
what do you tell restaurants when Trip is not opening till later this year?
In which market?
I think they're in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, I think that you just tell them, look, we need to get momentum in the market, which means we've got to sign up 100 restaurants and I don't know, 150 drivers, something like that, and then we can open a market.
And also,
we're not charging anybody to sign up with us other than $1 to activate the account. That's it. And by the way, there's also another misconception on the driver's part. A driver never pays us a monthly fee until they've already driven 30 days and collected money. So even if a driver doesn't have money before he starts working with him, if he starts working with him, he'll make enough money, he could pay his monthly easily. So keep that in mind. You don't pay till the end of the month. Every other SaaS operator in the United States charges upfront first month. They may give you a 10-day free trial or something like that. We're allowing you to drive for a full month, collect your commissions, and then you pay us.
Jim Clover, can I get the URL for the restaurant video without being on YouTube?
I don't know. Can I?
No. It's only on YouTube. That's so that you can share it, Jim. You can send it to your potential restaurants so that they can read it. There's no other place that it's posted.
Joe Jones, I am currently driving UE and I'm leaving my Trip Delivers info with customers. That's a great way to do it. You guys that are already driving, you want to start building your book of business. So Evelyn made up some cards to drop in one of the restaurants' bags and we're starting to get momentum out of that, for orders and things. So those are good ways to do it. Anything you can do face to face with a customer, if it's handing them a card or telling them about Trip, is the best thing you can do.
We're still charging the $1 till we open the market? Question mark.
Yes, we don't charge for the $1 is just to activate account to make sure that the information that they're giving us is correct. Make sure that their card information is correct. Make sure their banking information is put in is correct. That's the whole reason for doing it. Then when we open the market, we can say, okay, we're ready to go. We already have their information. All they got to come back in is pay whatever it is. If it's the activation fee or the membership fee, it's right there. It's easy to do.
Did you talk about if they have Florida restaurants that they should go back to them and let them know we're going to be opening soon?
Yeah, anybody that has restaurants in those markets, whether it's Atlanta, Orlando, West Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you should be starting to work those markets now and putting restaurants on board. I mean, there's millions of dollars to be made here if everybody went to work. So I would encourage you to go back into the markets you're in those markets and start recruiting restaurants and start building each of those markets up. Because once restaurant managers ready to go, we're gonna start ramping those markets up even bigger, with them. So
Ron is asking about POS.
What about POS?
Can we get a list of the POS?
You don't need a list of the POS. We can handle any POS system as long as it's got, some weight to it, meaning, customer base. We can service most of the major brands out there, whether it's, Toast or any of them, Square, whatever. We can service all of them. We can have a API put together with any of them. That's what we're doing right now with 2 different companies.
When are you sending a leadership team to Nashville?
In about 10 days. That doesn't, if you're in Nashville, that doesn't mean wait till they get there.
I don't think there's anyone on this call in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can the restaurant pay the $150 up front?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's just the $1 until we open.
Because it's a whole programming thing. I guess you guys don't understand this. So we have open markets and unopened markets. Currently, the only open market is Nashville. And so if you're in Nashville and you log on as a restaurant to sign up, you pay, right? And they charge $1. When we're going to turn them on, for example, let's say Miami. Next week, I say, I want to turn on Miami. I flip a switch with programming, and then all those restaurants that paid their $1 will get charged the activation fee remainder. So it's not like we can just one person say, I want to pay the full amount.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
So it's just $1 on the unopened markets.
Right.
Jim Clover has a question. No, I want to send the link to the customer without the other YouTube videos.
So you just do the actual link.
Yeah, you just do
you
just do the one link for the YouTube video. You don't have to send the whole site.
At the bottom of YouTube, I'll show you over here on my iPad. I'm looking. There's a little button that says share, and that will give you the link for just this video that we're watching right now.
Right. So you don't have to send the whole website.
George Graham says, what if there are leaders or sponsors who have not reactivated themselves and have a bunch of drivers in their back office? How do we reach out to them?
Well, one is we're kind of going through some of that now and sorting that out, and seeing if we can reassign some of them to people that are productive. That's kind of the lead generation thing that we're doing. That's what Tony's doing also, and Paul, to make sure that we have leads for you to work with. So that's part of the program that they're setting up. That'll come with a real structured program once Verb is up and running, which I think is doing pretty well. My understanding, they're really knocking it out. So hopefully in the next week or 10 days that'll be up.
Ryan says, what's the most important thing needed in Nashville right now?
Leadership.
I would disagree. I would say drivers,
well,
because this isn't the first one that we have had to call drivers. So they have their app on, they're getting pinged, and they're not accepting the order. So both.
So we need leadership to recruit drivers and take a leadership role. I mean, if you're a leader and you take a role in the company in a market, it just puts you further ahead on what's going on. But leadership is critical. That's the reason we're sending a leadership team down there from Las Vegas and put them to work in getting that market open for us. We have too much riding on Nashville, and everybody's kind of waiting for somebody else to do something.
There is one person from Nashville here, Dwayne. Hi, Dwayne. Dwayne has signed up restaurants. Jeff Willis is asking, is there anybody he can connect with in Nashville? So Dwayne, I don't know if you and Jeff want to exchange information.
Yeah, I think I'd reach out to anybody that's in Nashville. If you're a natural born leader, it'll start showing up pretty quick, because people want to have leadership. Because the nature of our business, affiliate marketing, nobody works for anybody, so you can do what you want. But there are leaders in the company that, I can name a ton of leaders that are on this call right now. William Math is a terrific leader. I mean, there are tons of leaders here. Just happens to be Nashville was never a market that we really recruited anybody out of before. So when we decided to open up, we knew we had to start from scratch because I don't think we had a driver signed up with us in that market.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to find leadership, obviously, and we're committed to doing that. That's the reason we're going to send a team down there and let them get this thing fired up. We'll probably even open a small driver office down there so drivers have a place to go. And those are kind of things we're learning about the business. You know, do we need a driver office down there or don't we?
Because we need to teach you how to use your app, because we found out when we were calling people, one guy was in Florida. So his driver app's turned on and he's not even in Nashville. So we do need, I guess, to teach you how to turn your app on.
Yeah, one of the things you have to understand, the sophistication of our system, one of the things right now, because Canada is not on our system, it actually, if somebody tries to sign up from Canada, it knows its IP address and won't let it happen. It's just the way the system's built. So once we fire up Canada this week, which means we're firing the whole country up, all the cities, provinces,
territories.
And territories. So there's 3 territories, I think 13 provinces, 10 provinces.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
a number of cities. So we'll get all those turned on this week, and then people can sign up that are in Canada. Koya can start recruiting. Ryan up there that just joined us can start recruiting. But you just can't do it until the system's turned on, unfortunately.
Because it's smart. It knows that you're outside of the US.
Right. Or somebody tried to sign up from Puerto Rico and they were complaining they couldn't get on. Well, they can't get on because we're not active in Puerto Rico.
Chantel is a new marketer. Welcome, Chantel. She follows Trip Delivers on Instagram. Are those available as marketing tools? Yes, we have a Vimeo channel, and I have not posted it, but I will on Facebook. It's called Trip Delivers Vimeo channel, and all the videos are there, and you can use them. You can share them.
So we'll get that posted up for you guys.
Yeah.
Cheryl Lyons want to know BC, Vancouver, BC. Will they be part of it? And Calgary? Yes, they will. The whole pretty much wherever Ghost Kitchens are, we'll start with in those markets. And I believe they're in BC and Calgary. Obviously, they're in Toronto. But yeah, the whole country will open it. You know, the cities as we go. We just have to start working it.
Michael wants to announce. Is this for everybody, Michael?
Oh, after this call. Yeah, he's having a webinar.
Learn how to generate free driver leads today at 1 Eastern in any market, including Nashville, today after coffee with Bob.
Yeah. And that would be good to get on because Michael has really got a wealth of knowledge on SEO marketing, marketing digitally. He's probably one of the best I've ever met. He's a super, super nice guy to work with. He's just doing this to help the company, help you guys understand some of the, the technology involved in SEO marketing, things like that. Not to get over into the technology side, but to give you a little bit of an understanding. But Michael is an expert at it. And if you have the time, I'd definitely jump on his call.
Eric has a question, and this is a question I've asked you earlier this week.
Oh, then I didn't answer it.
No, you answered it, but this is one person you answered for support, so now you can answer for everyone. Can a driver or customer waive the activation fee for the restaurant owner if they already have a tablet or POS? So the POS we're not set up for right now, so it would only be the tablet. POS will be different. They will pay a different activation fee.
Yeah.
That's totally a different. But if they have a tablet, we said
they could,
but you would also waive your commission.
Yeah.
You would not get your $50 commission. So if you choose to do that, we will send you out an agreement that you are agreeing that you're going to waive your commission and for that restaurant.
Arius is telling me I should listen to you.
Yeah.
And you guys, she's right. She knows more of this stuff than I do.
Can consumers favor a delivery driver? Not yet.
Okay.
That's on my list, Sergey. But we have more important things like markets and cities right now. But that will be coming.
Any other questions?
Yenthi had the same question.
Yeah,
so that's
good idea for driver office, especially in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, just so you guys know, this is part of the learning curve. Had we probably thought we didn't need a driver office, had we put a driver office in there early on, we probably wouldn't be having any of these issues because they'd have somewhere to go. There would be leadership on the ground. people need a little bit of a direction sometimes. So yeah, so we're going to open a driver office there. There's a couple suggestions for Fort Lauderdale. So we'll as we start to get these markets opened, we will definitely probably be putting small offices in just to help drivers.
Dwayne says he's back from Mexico. He's really funny. He let me know he was going to Mexico, and he wanted to know if we were open in Mexico.
Just so you know, Mexico is our next stop.
Oh,
once we get the U.S. rolling and get in the direction we want, we definitely have plans to go to Mexico. Canada, obviously, is going to be a great market for us. We also have a deal that was brought to us by Coyote with 25 Sunrise cafes, I guess, or they called?
I think they were called Sunrise Restaurants.
Restaurants? Yeah. There's 25 in
Toronto.
You're
thinking of Sunrise Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
We have in
right.
Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Our favorite coffee place.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with Canada. And as far as Mexico, we do have a plan of exactly how we're going to do this. It may fluctuate 10%, but not much more than that. We need to stay focused and get these markets right. You're playing against some of the biggest guys on the planet. But, we had a call with a number of brand operators yesterday, significant restaurant chain. Yeah, and they have 1,500 restaurants. So we know what their parameters are. That was brought to us, obviously, by one of the marketers. Yeah. So everybody's, you guys are doing a great job. We just got to get really highly focused and crush it in Nashville and get 300 restaurants up, get, the equivalent drivers to satisfy that market and get it going.
If I become a marketer, will I be compensated as a marketer for my referrals prior to becoming one?
Yeah. No, what did you say? I was reading. Sorry, I was reading something that Paul wrote.
If I become a marketer today,
yeah,
will I be compensated as a marketer for my referrals that I signed up and they paid prior to becoming a marketer?
No, because there's commissions already paid on that. You can't go backwards, but you can go forwards.
If they haven't paid yet.
Yeah, if they haven't paid yet, then you would be.
You get the commission at the time of payment.
Yeah. When Paul, I just wrote something very nice about Evelyn. Paul's, we purchased his company and he's starting to open up South Florida with his team. And he just made a nice comment. It says, Evelyn is amazing to work with and is so helpful. And those are the things that make people in the company feel appreciated by the field. They try to work really hard and respond and get back to people. And
Evelyn works harder than anybody I know here. I can text her at any time of the day and she answers within a minute. I don't think she sleeps. I don't think she eats.
Yeah.
I don't think she does anything else. She is totally committed. She's on the phone with me every morning with India, with our programmers. She's amazing. So I will pass that on to her. She will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, she'll be delighted. Let's see.
Oh, Yenfi's upgraded to marketer yesterday, Yenfi.
Congratulations.
Ara said happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, happy. Trust me, it's a happy wife, it's a happy life. Leonard just wrote, Evelyn is a rock star. Yeah, she'll appreciate that too, Leonard. We just got a lot to do. All of you that are on this call, Leonard, just so you know, is brought us the deal from Ghost Kitchens, U.S. and Canada both. So there's people in here that are helping, at every level along the way, coming with, restaurant signups, et cetera, and have direct knowledge in the space. That was one of the reasons for bringing Tony on, reason for buying Paul's company and getting him involved. We need expertise at every level in the company, and we're starting internally now to look at different job slots that we're going to have to build out in the company.
2 questions. Where did they go for the training with Michael? And I don't know the answer to that, Michael. So I don't know if you want to post that here.
Yeah, Michael, can you post that right now?
And then also Darby says, hi, I'm new. Is there a step-by-step walkthrough process? So actually on Monday, Evelyn is going to be doing a training at 6 p.m. Pacific, and it's going to go through signing up consumers, drivers, and restaurants. So we have an old one that was like 4 months old.
It needs to be
Some
updated.
updating. So that will be right here on this YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific on Monday. And if you miss it, the recording will be here. Also,
Arias just made a comment about Norma Marie, that she did a great job on the Spanish restaurant pitch. Norma Marie is a superstar. She's very, very cordial with people. She's very, very smart. And she is obviously, her first language is Spanish, and she does all of our Spanish translations, does a phenomenal job. Oh, Dwayne is asking again for the, how do we waive the fee? So Dwayne, if they already have a tablet, because a lot of these restaurants, one of the complaints we're hearing from the restaurants is they have 5 tablets in the restaurant. So why can't they just put we don't have our app done yet for the merchant app, but why can't we just log into the merchant panel on one of the tablets we already have? So we're saying, yes, if they want to do that, we can do that. But you will waive your commission because they won't be paying that $149.99. So if that's something you want to do, we'll have to make a special case of it. So you'll have to get in touch with us, but we can do that for you. But also, if they want to be integrated into their POS system, we can take a look at that also. So there's never one solution to an issue, right? It's just how do we go about getting people in the loop? Willie Cologne. I love this one, Willie. We need a corporate Facebook so we can be notified. We have one, Willie. It's called the Facebook group Trip Rides. Is it Trip Rides? Official Facebook group. Yeah. We have a Trip Rides page. We have a Trip Delivers page. We have a Trip Delivers Instagram. We have a Trip Rides Instagram. We have Trip Rides, Trip Delivers Twitter. We have a LinkedIn. We have a Trip Delivers LinkedIn. We also send you an email every Sunday or Monday that gives you the weekly update, the weekly schedule. So, I mean, I don't know how more communicative I could be without being annoying. So, Willie, please get on, find those Facebook, Instagram groups. Also, we also do a couple, 2-3 trainings a week besides all the corporate communications and putting in calendar events by the week out there. When you work for yourself and you're an independent contractor, independent entrepreneur, whatever you might be, a driver, marketer, whatever it is, it takes real initiative to be successful. I mean, probably when we get down the road, we're already working on some stuff on train the trainers and how do you create a culture in your company that allows for exponential growth and a culture that's, where people are working together and feeling good about their business friends and partners, whoever. It takes a lot of energy to do that, but I'm committed to it. And we have a lot of leaders, people on this call right now that have built their own businesses that have been hugely successful. And we're going to rely on some of their knowledge. What did they do to help their company be successful? And you're going to find most of it's all about their own personal attitude. You'll see how they want to help people. It's about training people. It's about taking time and passing along good information. There's a lot of different nuances to every business, but still the focus of the business, of the training part of it and creating this culture that's inclusive is critical. And the people that are successful probably more than often do that really well. Please forgive me, but would you share with me what a ghost kitchen is? Okay. Who is that asking? That is Mr. World Famous. I believe he's in Atlanta. Okay. So a ghost kitchen, it's fairly new in the last year or so or two. And really what it is, it's just a cooking facility that will cook multiple kinds of menus. So it might have Mexican food. It could have Chinese food, it could have pizza, it could have hamburgers, it could have whatever it might be. But typically they run between 15 and 20 menus, and it's a cooking facility, and that's it. There's no in-house place to sit down and eat. The orders come in, they build the order, then we get noticed, and then we pick up the order and deliver it. These facilities are doing between 500-600 deliveries a day out of those ghost kitchens. They're called cloud kitchens. Some of them don't even refer themselves to that. They may just have a brand that they're working on. But it's highly efficient for these ghost kitchens to do that because they don't have any interference with customers, any of that. They can just focus on an order that comes in, they cook it, get it out. It's probably going to pick up the slack of the 100 or 200,000 restaurants that may never open again in the United States because of the COVID, which were going to be a lot. There's about 1 million restaurants in the United States, employs about 15 million people. And so it's a big hit to take if you lose, 20% of that business. People are still going to eat. So, there's a place for it. So it's the fastest growing part of the restaurant business right now are these ghost kitchens. And they're going to be bigger and bigger as they go. A lot of them are really well financed. Some are franchise operators, some are brand name operators. So they're just cooking facilities that do 500 to 600 deliveries a day.
Some people not receiving the emails. They just gave me their email, but I do recognize your email, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So you might want to check your spam. It's coming from contact@tripdelivers.co if you want to add that as a known sender, but I'll double check your email.
Yeah, that's one of the issues we've had with our email distribution. A lot of it ends up in spam. And we've tried to correct it. So we've actually, as a company, have taken classes from the platform itself to make sure that we're not doing it improperly. So all of the information gets into your inbox, but some of it is still getting into the spam box.
That's it.
Okay, that's about it. Any other quick questions? If not, what time is it? We've been on for 45 minutes almost. Tony will be on, I think he's got a call on Tuesday night. We'll put that out tomorrow. He's probably, I don't know if you guys know, you probably heard me talk about it, but Tony is a quite accomplished tennis player. He played professional tennis for a bit. Now that he's a little bit older, I don't know how much older he is. I never asked him his age, but he plays pickleball. So he's competitive and he goes to these tournaments on weekends and stuff like that. So, and he's really, really good, I would guess, because of his rankings and things. So he was probably on the road to going to play a pickleball match. I guess they call him that. But yeah, he's a terrific guy. He's got a world of knowledge, and he and I talk 2 or 3 times a day. So we're on top of it. And I see Paul's got one more thing. Trip Delivers will take an hour to understand and a lifetime to master. Any chance we have to get on a training Zoom is vitally important. And he's right. This business, when I first got into it, I didn't feel challenged that much. As I got deeper into it and I started looking at the nuances of the software and how it operates, it's a very complicated business model to execute. Fortunately, everything's done and we can execute everything. We already sent the new pricing up to our programmers for Canada on the conversions, what that's going to look like and all that stuff. So we're well down the road with Canada. Hopefully we'll get it up next week and start processing people signing up. And Kat will get a home in Toronto. We'll get an office open up there. I think Leonard said he was going to go up there for a bit. So we got to get kind of leadership dispersed out into the field like this. So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Some good things you're going to like. Some things over the next 2 to 3 weeks you're going to hear. And I wish you all the best of luck and keep pushing hard. And we're here working for you. So let us know if there's anything we can do. And you guys have a great weekend. Thank you.